Are you seeking a special, thrilling, and memorable place to visit? Brazil is the country for you. Brazil is a colorful country offering an amazing variety of experiences, from the frantic activity of its cities to the secluded tranquility of its beautiful beaches and jungles. This country has so much to offer that it becomes tough to include everything in one guide. But don't worry, our travel experts have done the hard work for you and have rounded up 10 best places to visit in Brazil, including what to do at each and more. Let us be your guide. Number 10. Fernando de Noronha. 350 kilometers from the northeast coast of the country in the Atlantic Ocean, there is an archipelago of volcanic nature consisting of 21 islands, and one of them, the largest, gave the name to the entire archipelago. This is the island of Fernando de Noronha, which was once given into the possession of a wealthy Lisbon merchant. The islands of the archipelago have a wonderful, warm tropical climate with a dry season from August to January. Here you can see several ancient buildings, for example, palace or Portuguese colonial-style villages. The stunning beaches of the island are ideal for relaxation, diving, and sailing. Number 9. Serra da Capivara National Park. A unique reserve of archaeological sites is located in the northeastern part of the country, the Serra da Capivara National Park. The rocks located on its territory store numerous evidence of the cultural development of mankind. In their caves, you can see unique examples of ancient rock art depicting scenes from the life of prehistoric people. These lands officially became protected in 1979 when a Brazilian woman archaeologist organized the first excavations here, as a result of which dwellings and burials of an ancient person were found, as well as jewelry, objects of labor, and works of art. To this day, archaeological research continues in this region and new discoveries are made. Number 8. Lencois Maranhensis National Park. For fans of natural attractions in Brazil, there are plenty of opportunities to contemplate the most dizzying landscapes. Many sites of Argentina and Brazil are located on the border of these two neighboring countries. These, for example, include the large-scale Iguazu Falls, which have become the property of two states. Most natural objects are located on the territory of nature reserves. Among such places is the beautiful Lencois Maranhensis National Park, which strikes the imagination with its mysterious nature. Its entire territory is covered with snow-white sands, but this is by no means a desert. Heavy rains periodically pass here, forming lagoons of incredible blue, turquoise, and green colors between the rows of sand dunes. Number 7. Beaches of Salvador. Fans of wild holidays will certainly like the picturesque, little-known beaches, which can be called one of the most beautiful in Latin America. These are truly heavenly lands. Many kilometers of sandy coastline is adjacent to hundreds of palm trees and other abundant vegetation. A small number of campsites, a few small restaurants and bars. This is all that can be found from the signs of civilization in these places. But there are excellent opportunities for surfing, other sports, serene swimming in gentle waves, as well as natural pools for a relaxing holiday. Number 6. Ipanema Beach. A heavenly place with a hot southern mentality and a bright national color. All this is temperamental Brazil. The sights of Rio de Janeiro delight not only with cultural sights, enchanting holidays, but also with unusually beautiful nature, including beautiful sea beaches. Among them is the romantic Ipanema Beach, a place for exclusive relaxation and contemplation of beautiful views of the sunset. If we compare this place with the first most important beach of Copacabana, it can be noted that Ipanema is distinguished by calmness and serenity. At the same time, lovers of entertainment will find something to their liking here. Ideal conditions for surfing are created on the beach. You can play football, volleyball, and foot volley. Number 5. Theater Amazonas. In the very center of the Brazilian city of Manaus is the building of the Opera House, Amazonas, built at the end of the 19th century during the period of rubber fever. The increased demand for rubber once allowed local planters to get rich enough to invite European opera stars. Over time, England was able to establish rubber production in its tropical colonies, and with the advent of a competitor, the Brazilian planters went bankrupt pretty quickly. The theater was abandoned for many years, and only in the 90s of the last century did it experience a new heyday. Today, within its walls, the Amazonian Opera Festival is held annually, which attracts thousands of tourists. Number 4. Maracana Stadium. Attractions in Brazil include sports facilities. These include the Maracana Stadium in Rio de Janeiro. It is the largest football stadium in the country. The famous clubs Flamengo, Fluminense and the Brazilian national team consider it their home arena. The stadium was named after the nearby river. The year of its foundation is 1948. Then Brazil was preparing for the 1950 World Cup. The work was finally completed in 1965. Since then, Maracana has been considered the main Brazilian stadium. This is a very spacious venue. The stadium holds several attendance records. It is built in the shape of an oval. It is noteworthy that here the playing field is separated from the stands by a moat with water. The purpose of the moat is to drain from the stands. The stadium is located in a zone of tropical rainfall, so the installation of drainage ditches is a functional necessity. The stadium is open, but a large oval-shaped canopy was arranged along the contour of the stands. In 2016, the stadium hosted the grand opening of the Summer Olympics. All football matches within the framework of the 2016 Olympics were also held at this stadium. Number 3. Ibirapuera Park. Wondering what to see in Brazil? Of course, Ibirapuera Park in Sao Paulo. It covers an area of 140 hectares. The park was founded in 1954. Its opening took place in honor of the 400th anniversary of Sao Paulo. The author of the landscape project was Roberto Borel Marx, and the buildings located in the park were designed by the architect Oscar Niemeyer. Tourists are constantly admired not only by the park vegetation, but also by its very structure. In fact, this is a small kingdom that has palaces, lakes, and forests. At the entrance to the park lies the largest lake. White and black swans sway on its waters. Here, plump geese and ducks swim nearby. One of the pleasures for visitors to the park was the opportunity to feed them. Birds are accustomed to treats and swim close to people. There are multicolored fountains with moving jets on the lake. The vegetation here is very diverse. For example, the park has Japanese gardens and sprawling palm groves. Number 2. Amazon rainforest. Brazil's natural attractions include the Amazon forests. They have a second name, Amazonia, which is more common in Brazil. These are deciduous forests with high humidity. The Amazon is located in the basin of the river of the same name. Powerful evergreen forests cover an area of 5.5 million square kilometers. This is 50% of the area of all tropical forests on the planet. Amazonia extends over the territory of 9 states, including Brazil. The biodiversity of moist forests has always attracted travelers and tourists. Currently, 40,000 plant species and 3,000 fish species have been described, but scientists tend to believe that this is not complete data. The fauna of the Amazon is also rich, and many predators live in tropical broadleaf forests, which pose a serious danger to humans. Among them are the jaguar and the caiman. In addition, there are many poisonous snakes in the rainforests, so independent travel here is undesirable. Unfortunately, the Amazonian forests are rapidly shrinking. There are statistics according to which only from 1991 to 2000 for forest areas decreased by more than 400,000 square kilometers. Cutting down is carried out haphazardly. The state is not always able to control this process. The reason for the clearing is the clearing of the territory for agriculture. However, at present, the situation has been somewhat optimized since Greenpeace and many public organizations have actively joined in the conservation of tropical forests. Number 1. Iguazu Falls. There is a unique set of waterfalls on the Iguazu River. There are 275 of them here. The most impressive is the 7-meter ledge, which has a horseshoe shape. Devil's Throat Falls consists of 14 streams of water that continuously fall from a height of 350 feet. The waterfall is in a huge cloud of spray sparkling in the sun. The Devil's Throat was opened to the Western world in 1541 by the famous traveler Eldorado Cabeza de Vaca. The strength and power of the waterfall will be of interest to those who are thinking about what to see in Brazil. The observation decks here are very strong. There is no danger for tourists. Multi-stage platforms stretch for many kilometers, which makes it possible to admire this landmark of Brazil at any time.